This is about protecting children, and your research shows that access to this kind of pornography online is changing the way they think about sexual relationships. Many children themselves are saying it's having a negative impact on them. So what we're going to do, if we're re-elected, is to ensure that the rules that already exist on the offline world, such as buying pornographic DVDs, they're applied online as well. And the way we're going to do that is insist, through a new regulator, that such websites have age verification in place. So they will have to check in a sensible and effective way to make sure that those people using their websites are aged 18 or over.
But it's easy to just fake it, isn't it? It's easy if you're under 18 to just tick the box and say you're over 18. So
yes, that's why it will not be a tick-the-box process. It has to be an effective way. There will be an independent regulator which will first of all identify the sites that will need to do this, and then it will insist that they have to put in an effective age control mechanism. That might be, for example, things like using credit cards. In some countries like Finland, they've developed things that what are called e-IDs or electronic IDs. There's a method being used in Germany for access to adult websites. So there are ways there, and there might be new ways in the future. The key thing is it's not for me or politicians to decide what's effective. That will be the job of a regulator, but it is possible.
I first saw pornography when I was 6 years old. I was sitting on a school bus and a young girl got on and showed me this magazine with incredibly graphic content that shocked me into an awareness of my sexuality at way too young an age. I had feelings of disgust, of anxiety. I also had feelings of arousal at 6, and that led me to look for more stuff. Not only that, I developed sexually abusive behaviours towards other children. I developed what's now known as problematic sexualised behaviour due to seeing graphic pornography. This is my story, and that happened with a magazine. Now children have access to hardcore graphic content at the click of a button, and we know that there's a rise on problem sexualised behaviours. So this is something that we really need to give our serious attention to.
UK citizens will now be forced to identify themselves online before viewing porn. The UK will now require internet users to verify their identity before they can access 100% entirely legal online porn. Civil liberties be damned. By Matt Agarist, July 17, 2017. In one of the most invasive moves by the state in recent history, the UK government will now require internet users to verify their identity before being able to access online porn. In an Orwellian move ostensibly made to protect the children, the UK government is set to announce that by April 2018, people in the UK will have to prove they are 18 before being allowed access to porn websites. What could possibly go wrong? As the BBC reported on Monday, websites will be legally required to install age verification controls by April 2018 as part of a move to make the internet safer for children. If a porn site refuses to go along with this Orwellian move, they will be essentially banned from the internet by rules set out in the Digital Economy Act. According to the BBC. Advertisement. Under the plans, firms supplying payment and other services to the pornography websites could be notified about any breach. A regulatory body will be asked to oversee and enforce the new rules. It is thought this could be the British Board of Film Classification, which already sets age limits for films and computer games. Most robust protection. Digital Minister Matt Hancock will formally begin the process, which was the subject of a 2016 consultation during David Cameron's government, in a written statement to the Commons later. Mr. Hancock said, "All this means that while we can enjoy the freedom of the web, the UK will have the most robust internet child protection measures of any country in the world. Steps like this to help restrict access, alongside the provision of free parental controls and education, are key," Will Gardner, from internet safety charity ChildNet said. Read more. Too big to jail. US refuses to charge HSBC because it could hurt the financial system. Of course, on the surface, this may seem like it's for the children. However, it is nothing short of total online surveillance. It is estimated that 28,258 users every single second access porn on the internet. Those numbers are staggering, and allowing government access to all those identities would be a death blow to online privacy. Allowing the government to play the role of parent online is not only a massive concession to the nanny state but also opens the gate to total online surveillance. There are already dozens of highly effective third-party programs, many of which are completely free, that block children from accessing adult content online. Parents should be the ones stopping their kids from seeking out porn online, not the state. But what about child porn? Child porn is a very real problem and it victimizes countless innocent children globally. However, this act does nothing to stop it. Child porn is not accessed through legitimate porn websites. Pedophiles seek out their depraved fantasies on the dark web, where users browse these horrific images and videos anonymously. If the UK government was genuinely concerned about the well-being of British children, then they would stop ignoring the rampant child rape taking place across the country. However, that is simply not the case. As RT reported earlier this year, children reporting violent sexual crimes are not being taken seriously by the police, Britain's Victims Commissioner, Baroness Newlove, has warned. Newlove said the authorities are failing young people that come forward with stories of abuse, making them feel like criminals themselves. Read more. You'll be scanned at least once a week, trash trucks to be equipped with license plate scanners. In some cases, children said they were simply not believed or told that they were wasting the police's time. They didn't care because we were 3 teenage girls, a young woman said in describing how the police reacted to her call about an assault. It's like we were wasting their time. They couldn't be bothered with us. Instead of stopping pedophilia, the government is going to track its citizens' porn habits. Stellar idea. Fret not, child victims. Now everyone will be kept safe as internet users are forced to identify themselves before fapping.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County COPWATCH with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers, just think if each one of you subscribers just gave a, let's say, actually, yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But, you know, do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, you know, at least I can do it. You know, 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt-free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea, too, that we have is, you know, if I got, you know, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. You know, 47,000 of you so far right now. You know, $1 a day. I mean, $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.